Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So it just dawned on me also, like in education, school, again, they don't teach about love. Like they do not tell us what love is. Like they don't explain. There actually is a pattern. The word Yahushua, it's not just in Yahushua. There's many forms that are all speaking about essentially the same thing. Is the pattern for love? You take care of yourself. You take care of others. You help out where you can. Da, 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 da. That's all love. That's all perpetuating love, energy, affection, care for yourself and others. But we're not taught this in school. You know, they used to, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they might have, I think they used to teach more of the Bible in school, but I was not, there was nothing shared in the Bible at all at what school I went to or any talk about love. But one thing they did talk about is sexual education. And in the high school, like just going to high school, I remember, like even though like inertly, like it was sex never a big thing. I always wanted to be a soldier, and I always wanted to fall in love. Like those were like two things that felt really OG to my soul and spirit. But as I went through, high school, middle school, all these schools and around all these peoples and all these different energies and spirits and propaganda, it slowly started, to be more focused on having sex. And I remember being like 17 years old and still not having sex yet, and like literally having like fear that I'll never have sex or that I'm missing out because everybody else has had sex. Like I was actually a part of like a pretty large like group of people, like 20, 30, 40. I mean, it varied, but we would all hang out at a certain place after school. We'd have different places throughout our little town. Like it was like a little bit of a gang. I mean, it was but anyways, so because of that, a lot of the people that I was hanging out with had already had sex, and it was like a thing. Like if you hadn't, like it was a status level almost. Like if you hadn't had sex yet, like you were of a lesser level, and it's like that in itself, like just steers your perception and your trajectory and your energy into just a lower vibrational way of thinking. And then it was around the same time I got into drugs, and and then the marijuana turned into pills and da 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 da, and it just led to a life of or just a part of my life that was predominated by essentially low vibrational energy, even though throughout it all what I really wanted was just a loving relationship. That's why also a lot of times like my shape has really much, I mean, I'm a little bit bigger now, but I've stayed the same. Like I've never really been overweight or anything like this. And there's times in my life when I would date females, and I've been with females on multiple occasions that probably weigh, that did weigh. Some of them have lost a lot of weight, and I'm very proud of them, but like 300 pounds, like, just like, and it's because I loved them. Like, one of the things I loved about, big girls is that a lot of times they have real big hearts, and it's like, I don't know, maybe it's because they feel like they need to compensate because they don't have the body, the sexy body, so they make up it by caring a lot. So anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys though that, sorry, I just got a little sidetracked. Oh yeah, just the education again, like the way that we're brought up in these schools. If we were taught about the pattern of love, and you could do so without even having to talk about the Bible. I mean, you could point to things where the Bible does show, but there's other religions and forms of information that talk about love too, and you could share with people that, like, yeah, if you want to, if the Bible resonates to your soul, there's love in there. If the Bhagavad Gita resonates with your soul, there's love in there. If the Torah resonates with your soul, there's love in there, and so on and so forth. But we're not taught these things, but we are taught about sexual education. So then we're going in to the sexual organs, and that gets people thinking about them, and then they start thinking about them, and then it just leads to, I mean, it's just inevitably going to lead to them wanting to have sex. And this takes us away from learning how to love ourselves and each other and develop healthy relationships that aren't based on lower vibrational desires, but are based on higher vibrational desires. So, all right, I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. Thanks. Bye.